Before the contact, sold it beautifully, and Pierce picks up his second.
Usually the Celtics outlet to Rondo. This time it's Pierce who gets called for the charge.
Tough angle on that one. But they call the offensive foul, and that's 5 turnovers in the second period for the Boston Celtics.
And Mike, you talked about being out of sync. Turnovers always cause you. Missed free throws always cause you being out of sync.
Rondo with the steal, then releases down the other end. Defense turning to offense for Boston. And despite them being out of sync and having their problems, they're only down by 3. That last play gets the crowd on its feet. Fisher, a contested jumper, won't go. Garnett tips it, doesn't grab it again, and Odom the rebound.
I just don't understand why they can't get that second hand to snatch these rebounds and loose balls.
Gasol, nice fake up and under. Shot won't go. Whistle and a foul. To turn into offense, Boston does, Mark.
And we've seen this movie before. Rondo, beat by Kobe Bryant, does a good job of deflecting the ball off to the races. But you got to get stops. If you want to run, you have to get stops. This is a blow by, but Rondo doesn't give up on the play. They wind up with an uncontested layup.
20.
And Rondo not giving up on the play, deflects it, and then takes off. Paul Pierce, very good outlet pass. Rondo does the rest. If you're the Celtics, you got to be very satisfied with just being down 4 in this first half by the way that they played at times offensively.
Rondo led the NBA in steals this season during the regular part of the year, and also a Celtics single-season record, surpassing Rick Fox, who was the one that owned it.
This half.
Bryant again backs off, all the way back to the free throw line. Shot clock is off. Pierce, Allen blocked by Gasol. Garnett picks it up, puts up the shot, puts it in at the buzzer. They'll review it, but Garnett got it off in time.
That's great defense by Pau Gasol. And he should be upset because if I'm going to help somebody, then you've got to help me. Kevin Garnett does a good job pursuing the ball and getting it off in time.
And the Celtics, despite their offensive problems, only trail by 3. Meanwhile, the Lakers getting big game for Pau Gasol. 13 points in the first half. Kobe had 12, and he's with Doris.
They were the main source of offense.
From the TD Garden in Boston. Celtics trying to even this thing up. Paul Pierce a strong start. Halftime. Lakers 45. Celtics 42.
Pierce really got going. Here, Ray Allen misses a layup that turns into a three-point shot by Bryant. And then Rondo misses a wide-open layup, which turns into a three-point play by Odom. Then Glenn Davis misses a fast break layup. And then Rondo again. These are point-blank shots right at the basket and really not that hard of contest. They've just got to concentrate and stick it in. Who would have thought? Pierce is 12. Everyone else in a little bit of a struggle. Ray Allen, over the last 4 halves, 1 for 22 from the floor. An incredible struggle for one of the great shooting guards of all time.
He'll try and get it going as we start the third. Before we do, we check in with Doris Burke.
Well, as usual, I'm following up a point by Jeff Van Gundy. Doc Rivers said other than a couple of possessions where we could have made an extra pass, he said it's about missed layups. He loves the shot opportunities. He actually said, Rajon Rondo at the half, he told him, listen, you have got to be willing to go 0 for 36. I need you aggressive playing with pace. And he said, guys, that's simply a product of this guy being young and not wanting to hurt the team, guys.
Rondo, again, missing free throws in that first half. He has really struggled from the line. Meanwhile, Lamar Odom starting the third quarter for L.A. Andrew Bynum looking over at the Laker bench. Don't even see him out on the bench right now for Los Angeles. Pierce had the quick start. Garnett's jump shot. Nearly chipped in by Rondo. Perkins gets it. Good ball movement there for Boston. And again, another missed open shot.
But I like both of those shots. If you're Kevin Garnett, those are your shots. Just wasn't able to knock them down. But step in rhythm with confidence.
But let's not diminish, as Ray Allen's called for a foul, Andrew Bynum's absence. This is the same thing that they faced in 2008 when Bynum was out the entire series. Which Laker can give them 4, 5, 6 quality minutes? Luke Walton at the 4, Josh Powell at the 4, or Banga inside as a center?
Walton gave him some good minutes in Game 3. Trying on the drive. Ray Allen the rebound. Of course, it's not in for your starter in Lamar Odom.
But all of a sudden, turns this one down, gets to the free throw line. Find a way to get yourself an easy shot. Didn't settle, put pressure on the defense, got the contact from Fisher, and now maybe he can establish a rhythm by going to the line.
3 fouls on Fisher. Allen from the line in the series is a perfect 11 for 11. He said after that nightmare game, the 0 for 13, and he was glad they only had 1 day to wait as opposed to the extra days we've had during some of the series, and he calmly sinks both. So with all the struggles that the Celtics have had, they're only down 1.
I tell you, if I'm Rondo, I'm pushing the ball every time, trying to get my guys going. It's not about him shooting 36 times. It's about making plays.
Hard foul on Gasol. And Pau Gasol brushes it off, and he'll go to the line. That's where Phil Jackson said he's made a terrific step in the last couple of years in getting stronger in the weight room, putting on some more weight, that he can deal with the hard fouls. Doesn't complain about them anymore. Doesn't let it bother him. Just shakes himself off and goes to the line and tries to knock down a couple.
Now, these are going to be his 9th and 10th free throws. So the label doesn't fit anymore. This guy takes a hit. He pops back up. And another good play by Bryant. And that's not really even a... He got raked across the face, but it wasn't a hard foul.
It was Garnett's 3rd foul, however. Garnett and Rasheed Wallace have 3 each for Boston. Fisher the only one with 3 for the Lakers. Perkins wants the ball. Good entry pass, and Gasol wraps him up for his 2nd.
And that's bad defense by Gasol, but outstanding offense by Perkins. Forcing the issue, gets in position, puts the body on Gasol, and forces him to grab him. This is fighting for position. Outstanding job sealing him, putting him on his back, the 1 dribble drop step, and then Gasol forced to commit the foul.
Then you saw Kobe Bryant and Perkins kind of chatting away at each other, and we've seen so far in the finals the officials aren't quick to call that double technical. And a reminder, Perkins, his next technical would mean automatic suspension for the next game because it would put him at 7 for the playoffs. I like the way the officials have let them do a little chatter. Pierce didn't know where he was going with that one, and that's the 8th turnover for Boston.
But when Artest is put in the pick and roll, right now they switched that one where Gasol switched on to Pierce, Artest switched on to Garnett. Pierce has just got to back dribble and take it at, as we see Andrew Bynum coming out, take it at Gasol to score, not to be a passer.
They were working on that knee during halftime. They said that his return was not certain, but he's obviously coming back in. Fisher floats it up and in. That's his first field goal, and it puts the Lakers up by 5.
And sometimes Rondo goes too much, so allowing a guy to go by him and then trying to reach and steal it from behind, where it hurts their overall team defense.
Rondo gets inside, can't finish, ball nearly tipped in and goes in. Garnett and Perkins in there. They credit it to Kendrick Perkins.
And I used to love guys play. I saw guys play on my team who would raise their hand to make sure the scorekeeper knew it's my bucket. And even they would lie on that. Marcus Camby, you know who you are.
Bryant flips it up, won't go. Pierce the rebound, his 5th. Bryant trying to harass him. Rondo pulls up for the jumper. 1-point game again.
But again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's playing with pace.
And Ray Allen and Fisher join at each other. Ball deflected by Garnett. Pierce with a steal. A hit to Rondo. He threw it past him. Just a little behind, and Rondo couldn't stop his momentum. We're seeing some join right now. The two veterans, two of the nicest guys in the NBA, playing hard.
When I look at both of those guys, neither one of them do I think Iron Mike Tyson.
Bryant. Fisher tried to draw the foul. He threw it in. He thought he felt contact, threw it up in the basket, and knocks it down. And a 3-second violation called on Garnett.
Now, how can it be a 3-second? It doesn't start till you get over half court. There's 20 seconds still on the shot clock.
That was, you rarely see it that quick. You're right, Jeff. That's what Doc Rivers is saying. There's 20 on the shot clock, meaning only 4 seconds went off the clock from when they got possession of the ball.
Right, so, I mean, that's as quick a 3-second as you can literally have.
Gasol. And lead back up to 5 again.
And Doc Rivers still upset about it, and rightfully so.
Rivers calls time and gives Greg Willard an earful. Crowd not happy. That's a very quick whistle. Rivers upset. His team down 5. 3.5 gone by here in the third. Again, the NBA where caring happens. Doc Rivers still upset about that 3 seconds call. And watch here. You don't start the 3 seconds until the front court. And by the time the whistle blew, there was only 20 seconds on the shot clock, meaning only 4 seconds went off the possession, and at least 2 of them were before he crossed half court. Obviously a bad call.
Exactly, and it happens, and you get caught sometimes by players yelling for the 3-second call verbally, as Garnett misses his third wide-open mid-range jump shot.
The key on that, though, is, again, the 3-second count doesn't start until the offensive team has the ball in the front court.
And neither does a 3-second defensive call start until it's in the front court.
Bryant goes right at Perkins. Good defense from Perkins. Went straight up. Rondo attacking. Finding Perkins. Perkins to the basket. Wild shot won't go. It has been a struggle offensively for the Celtics.
And those plays down there are caused by the length of the Lakers. They do a great job protecting the basket.
Shot clock at 5. Artest way off.
I think if you're the Celtics, you got to find Paul Pierce with the basketball.
Rondo can't hit. Rondo 4 of 12 from the field.
I mean, you think about it. If you're the Lakers, you're doing me a favor. If Rondo's shooting, if Perkins is shooting, as long as you keep the ball out of the hands of Pierce and Allen shooting wide open jump shots, I can live with anything else.
Shot clock once again down to 5. Celtic defense has been solid. Bryant inside to Odom, and a 24-second violation. A reminder, log on to NBA.com to experience the most comprehensive finals coverage on the web, including live press conferences after every game, in-depth analysis, and much more.
And Mike, I hate to labor a point, but if you're Paul Pierce, great players say, give me the basketball. You've got to tell Rondo and tell Doc Rivers, okay, get me the basketball and run the offense through me. It's okay to be selfish at times.
That's not selfish, that's winning basketball. Pierce hasn't taken a shot. He hasn't really been involved in any pick and rolls like they were to start off the game.
Ray Allen inside to Garnett, gets it to Perkins, who lays it in.
But that's what you call offense by accident. It just worked out. You bobbled it. That's not going to win it for you.
approaching the midway point here in the third. Garnett on Odom. Odom the drive. Can't get it to go. Perkins the rebound. Crowd has come alive. They've been quiet. Ahead to Garnett. 1-point game. Phil Jackson not looking to call timeout. Just calls out a play as the Lakers bring it up the floor. Gasol, single coverage on Perkins. And a loose ball foul against the Lakers. The momentum has shifted.
Celtic bigs getting it done defensively, and then Kevin Garnett. Look at the full sprint, beating everybody down the floor. On-point pass from Rondo. That's getting it done. That's fast break basketball.
And TD Garden is up. And in a frenzy once again. They've been quiet much of the night. The Celtics have not played well, yet they have a chance to take the lead. And a foul call against Fisher. That's 4 on Derek Fisher. 4th team foul.
Hand-to-hand combat. Good body position by Fisher. Initially, Ray Allen takes a different route over the top of Perkins' screen, and Fisher's hands just get caught up in the body of Allen.
Vujicic will come in. Fisher with the 4 fouls. Largest lead of the night was 8. Lakers had that in the first half. Garnett against Odom. Spins, hops. Lakers lost the lead. Celtics go up by 1. A 6-0 run.
Good offense by the Celtics. Kevin Garnett being defended by Lamar Odom, using that length.
Again, shot clock winding down almost every possession recently. Bryant hits a 3. Kobe Bryant answers right back. I think he turned and said shh to the crowd.
I think if you're the Celtics, you live with anybody else not named Bryant shooting the basketball right now. Force somebody else to score.
He's 3 for 3 from downtown tonight. Ray Allen jump shot. Gets it to go. Same thing happened in game 3. It was Ray Allen's mom cheering on her son. Lakers had the big lead, nearly lost it. Place was going crazy, but the Lakers held on. It was the most impressive part of their win. They're going to have to do it again as this crowd has come alive here in the third. Perkins called for the reach-in foul, his second.
Perkins is running down the floor after defensive stops, holding his hands together, saying he's locking up Pau Gasol. Right now, he's being very physical on the block. If you're Gasol, at some point, you've got to loosen him up by shooting the turnaround jump shot. Face him and shoot it with confidence.
Now Phil Jackson wants time. As the Celtics, despite a rough night offensively, turning it around here in the third.
Very good screen set by Paul Pierce, which gives Ray Allen the rhythm into a medium-range jump shot. And then Kevin Garnett, I thought got away with a little travel there, but good balance, uses his length to shoot over the top. Knock on wood, we finally got some scoring going.
Tip-off shortly after 8 Eastern. As the Celtics have come back from 8 down, they briefly had a lead. Bryant doubled. Bynum back in. Shot clock down to 3. Bryant for 3. And Garnett the rebound. Vujicic playing with Fisher having 4 fouls. Rondo tries again, flips it up, won't go. Bynum the rebound, knocked out, still Laker ball. Nice to see Bynum able to come back in. Did not start the second half. Looked like he was limping a little bit more on that right knee. He keeps saying he wants to play. He doesn't want to miss the finals like he did in 2008. He's going to have surgery when the season's over. Ball, Bryant couldn't get a hold on it. And another turnover. Garnett open.
And that's his 4th great look this half, just off spot-up jumpers that are usually money.
Gasol the drive, tried to jam it in there, couldn't get it to fall. Rondo the rebound. Rondo wraps it around. Allen for 3. Rondo the follow. That won't go. Celtics with so many good open looks.
And I think they have to find Paul Pierce now. It's been 10 minutes, and he hasn't had a shot this half. And he hasn't been actively involved in any action.
He had 10 points in the first quarter, only 2 since. Shot clock down to 2. Artest now realizes it, takes a shot. Won't go. Gasol the rebound, knocked out of his hands by Rondo. 2-on-1 break. Rondo back to Allen, up and under, and goes down hard after Bryant hit him. So defense again leading the offense as we listen to Doc Rivers in a recent huddle.
Throw the ball, but stay aggressive. We're getting good stuff, all right? We're getting great stuff. Great stuff. Just stay together, keep moving that ball. I'm going to fight for you. Y'all play basketball, all right?
He is not just a glass is half full kind of guy. He is the glass is overflowing. He remained positive during the regular season. And it wasn't easy to do so. Even though they won 50 games, even Danny Ainge said it was not a strong regular season. They had injuries, they had inconsistent play, but Rivers all season long kept saying, I like this team, we're close. They turned it around in the playoffs, and Ray Allen, meanwhile, trying to turn it around after a couple of subpar games.
And Mike, to go back to your point about Doc Rivers, it extends to Phil Jackson as well. Great poise under duress and adversity. And it can really be for any coach, but especially young coaches, to be able to model how they are able to keep their composure.
Bynum, by the way, sits down after a couple of minutes. Jordan Farmar is checked in. Odom the drive, stripped. And it's still going to be Laker ball. A lot of contact there. By the way, you mentioned Phil Jackson. That win in Game 3, he now has 112 playoff wins with the Lakers and 111 with the Bulls. So now he has more playoff wins with the Lakers. Shot clock down to 5. Bryant drills the three-pointer. 4th 3 of the game for Kobe Bryant. The Lakers back up.
That's not fair. I mean, that's a big-time, tough shot.
That should be labeled the Triangle 24 offense.
And a moving screen called against Rasheed Wallace. That's 4 on Wallace in just 10 minutes.
Ray Allen again crowds him on the catch. Getting up, influencing him to the baseline, bodying up, one dribble, step back, corner 3. That should be labeled unfair. Because if you play that good a defense and a guy still consistently makes, that's disheartening.
Tries it again, does it again! Back-to-back threes for Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers go up by 4. He's got that look right now. 21 for the game, 5 of 6 from downtown. Wallace way off. Glenn Davis wrestles the rebound and puts it in. Glenn Davis unstoppable down low.
And you know, Mark, on those threes, you can't even double team him. He's so far out. It's not like you can send the second defender easily.
Farmar. Odom fakes and drives. And a whistle and a 3-second violation against the Lakers. Kobe Bryant lighting it up from downtown. He actually holds the NBA record for most three-pointers in a game. It happened in a regular season. He and Donyell Marshall each have 12. So he has nights where he gets on fire from way downtown.
Well, Ray Allen's record is in danger right now.
Yep. Ray Allen has the finals record. Wallace can't get it to go. The overall playoff record is 9, and the regular season record is 12. 2-point game, final minute, third quarter. Bryant. And Gasol the rebound. He's fouled on the rebound. Celtics not in the penalty, so the Lakers will take it out of bounds for the final shot of the period.
Here's where they love to get the ball to Bryant at the top of the key off of this line at the foul line. You want to do everything you can to try to overplay him and force the ball somewhere else.
Marquise Daniels is coming in. His first action in the series. He had that concussion suffered in the conference finals. Bryant double team stolen by Allen. Ahead to Rondo. Threw it too far ahead. And Odom has it. A missed opportunity there for the Boston Celtics. After an ugly first half, this one is picked up here in the third period. And the last couple of minutes, Kobe Bryant, 9 points in the period. He's 5 of 7 from downtown. And after trailing by 8, Celtics briefly took the lead. They only trail by 2.
Very chippy. Kevin Garnett got it going. Certainly the battle, and then Kobe Bryant. You're talking about stepping up when it matters most, put his team on his back, and have himself a 2-point lead.
This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message.
Mike, thank you very much. Doc, after a first half where Paul Pierce was intimately involved with everything you did, he didn't get a shot in that period. What do you need from him in the fourth?
Well, we got to go to him. I thought we tried to make too much stuff happen off the bounce. We stopped moving the ball. But I still love our shots, though. We're getting great shots. Guys are rushing a little bit too much right now.
Well, it's almost counterintuitive, but what do you say to your guys about all those missed shots?
Keep shooting them. You know, they're all good shooters. They'll go in eventually.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you.
Mike.
39% shooting for the game. They're one of the better shooting teams in the NBA during the regular season, 4th overall. But it has been a struggle here tonight. Yet they're only down by 2 as we start the fourth quarter. Odom steps back. Can't get it to go. Tony Allen the rebound. Look at the lineup Doc Rivers has on. Nate Robinson, Tony Allen, Glenn Davis, Rasheed Wallace, 4 bench players, and Ray Allen.
And I like this lineup, especially with Nate Robinson. This lineup played outstanding defense in the first half. And the foul by Pau Gasol defending Rasheed Wallace on the block. I think Nate Robinson, Rondo has not played particularly well this ball game. Nate Robinson can give them a burst and some instant offense that's much needed.
Kobe Bryant, Rasheed Wallace, the latest to jaw at each other.
And really, you don't know how much you trust your bench until you get into a second half or a fourth quarter of a must-win situation. This tells me that Doc Rivers really trusts these guys.
They played well in the second half of Game 3. Davis spin move, reverse, banks it in, tie game. He's unbelievable.
I tell you what, this is a guy that I would trust. You're talking about playing with force, playing with passion. He is on a mission.
And not afraid of the big moment. 11 points in 13 minutes. Shannon Brown and Jordan Farmar are in there with Bryant, Odom, and Gasol. Gasol. Nice bank shot. Took his time, and he made a difficult play.
What poise to show the ball, get Rasheed off of his feet, and then knock it in.
Ray Allen off the screen. Allen on the drive. Oh, nice reverse from Allen. Both teams making terrific individual plays.
And he's doing a better job of not falling in love with the jump shot. He's a great jump shooter, but don't limit yourself to just that.
He always says he's a scorer, not just a shooter. Robinson dives on the floor, comes up with it. And do they get a timeout? Yes. Nate Robinson with a good hustle play. Calls the timeout as the Lakers turn it over for the 14th time.
Talked about a guy that's instant offense, but getting it done defensively, willing to get his jersey dirty by hitting the deck and wisely calling a timeout. And then Ray Allen, great job turning down the jump shot, getting into the seams, and using the rim as a shield.
The 2010 FIFA World Cup on ABC Saturday, June 12th, 1:30 Eastern. It begins tomorrow at 9:30 on ESPN. USA playing on Saturday. Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Robinson inside Davis. Davis, bank shot, gets it to go again. Big baby with big plays, and the Celtics lead by 2.
And the thing you like about this unit on the floor, they're running their offense, trusting their sets, and being patient.
Bryant wanted a foul, and he gets it. Or do they call it away? No, they do call it Tony Allen.
Coach, that's good offense. That's being patient, a lot of ball movement and man movement.
And look, they're getting stuffed right in the paint. And that's where the game is usually decided. Just like the line of scrimmage in football, who wins the paint game most often wins.
Right now it's 38-22 points in the paint in favor of Boston.
Well, then they better win or my theory was blown out of the water.
It won't be your first theory blown out of the water.
Allen deflects it out of bounds. Only 2 left to shoot. Kobe Bryant looks and asks Phil Jackson for a play.
But it's not just points in the paint. It's free throws. It's rebounding. It's all those things in combination.
2 to shoot. Gasol takes a couple of dribbles, heaves it up. Almost puts it in. And Ray Allen gets fouled by Shannon Brown. Gasol made a heck of an attempt there on a flip shot. And now the Lakers with their second team foul. First on Brown.
That's a good job also by Ray Allen. Boxing Shannon Brown out, forcing him to go over the top.
Robinson. Allen off the screen. Stumbles a bit. Knocks it down. Largest lead of the night for the Boston Celtics.
You see, but offensively, they're letting plays develop.
And they're not going to anybody. They're just playing basketball.
Brown. Hard drive to the basket. Gasol, the rebound. Blocked by Allen. Tipped by Allen. Farmer goes down hard. Davis hands it off to Ray Allen. On the drive, Tony Allen. Davis, the rebound, banks it in, and a foul. Glenn Davis and the Celtics erupting here in the fourth quarter, an 8-0 run to lead by 6. Davis with a spectacular performance here. 15 points in 16 minutes. He's on Miller Lite Pace Greatness subject.
Give this guy credit. He has taken over this ball game. The eyes, the big eyes, saying, I'm taking it to the hoop and I'm going to finish over Lamp. Does not matter. He is pursuing the basketball. Big time moves. You talk about that strength and athleticism, the ability to finish on the opposite side, pursuing the basketball. I wanted more than everybody else on the floor. Great job. And then Pau Gasol, doesn't matter. Gets the bounce, offensive rebound, the and one. And you know what babies do. No question about it. Big babies drool.
He was hyperventilating, and the drool was flying out of his mouth as he hits the free throw. It's not just effort and energy. That's his #1 strength. He's got tremendous skill for a man his size.
Quick feet, great hands. And you know what he's developed here? Which I didn't think he had really as he let Lamar Odom. He made a mistake letting him get to his left hand. I didn't know if he had that competitive spirit when he played at LSU, but he's answered every one of those questions here in Boston.
He showed it a bit in last year's playoffs, playing for the injured Kevin Garnett, and he's had some wonderful moments in this run in 2010. None better than tonight, however. with his team down 2-1 in the series. Tony Allen lost it, got it back, and put it in. It was close to a travel, but he really didn't have possession, so they couldn't call it. It benefited him, and he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Good play by Ray Allen to drive, draw Lamar Odom. Instead of spotting up, Tony Allen cuts to the rim. And Kendrick Perkins and Rajon Rondo loving it.
The starters enjoying the work of the Celtic bench.
And you know, I think it makes it so much easier to trust a unit like this because you can trust them defensively. You can trust them to get stops when you look at this unit.
Largest lead for the Celtics. It equals the largest lead of the night. Lakers led by 8 in the first half. Boston 8 with still plenty of time remaining. Fisher to Bryant. Bryant on the drive, gets to the basket. Lost it out of bounds. He is hot. He felt there was a foul, and a technical foul. Down. What was he upset about? They didn't call a foul on him. Well, have they? They did call the personal. You couldn't hear the whistle. Bryant was upset.
But it looked like contact. And if you're Rasheed Wallace, as Ray Allen comes over to tell him to calm down, he says, I'm okay. Well, you're okay, but you just cost us a point. Fortunately for him, Bryant misses the technical foul. But if you're Rasheed Wallace, you've got to be smarter because you don't want to give up 3 baskets to a team that's struggling.
And now players getting in front of each other. Officials have to separate them a little bit. Kobe Bryant at first went over and said something to Eddie F. Rush. Looked like he was upset. Well, Bryant misses the technical. Now he gets the 2 on the personal. For Rasheed Wallace, that's his 5th foul. Anti-Kobe chant as he hits the first.
Do you think we can talk about what the anti-chants are, or is that not appropriate?
No, you can remix it. Kobe's not good.
That's true.
Right.
Kobe's... I like somebody better than Kobe.
You can't remix my remix.
Is that a rule?
No, I just made it up, just like you, my own rule.
7:20 remaining. Bryant has not had good fourth quarters in this series. Coming in, first 3 games, he was just 5 of 20 from the field in the fourth quarter.
And this is not a good matchup. Ron Artest defending Ray Allen. If you're Ray Allen, you run him off screens, you're going to get good looks.
Robinson to the basket. Scoop layup. Nate Robinson. Big play off the bench. He's got 8 points. Doc Rivers resting the starters, Rondo and Perkins, and a foul. The shot won't count. Tony Allen with the personal. His 2nd, team's 3rd. And these 2 off the bench. A superb job, especially on a night where they've struggled scoring. Add to their energy on defense.
And, Coach, you know these are tough decisions if you're Doc Rivers. When do you go back to your starters, and do you stay with this group because of the way that they are playing?
Odom, another nice play. A couple of tough buckets from Odom.
You're absolutely right. How long do you ride a group, and how long do you say, hey, they've done their job, now it's up to my best players to finish the game?
Wallace into Davis. Tony Allen back up top. Wallace for 3. Bang! His first field goal of the night and the largest lead of the night.
And Doc Rivers was calling on Kevin Garnett to go into the ball game. Wallace knocks it down. He brings them back to the bench.
We're midway through the 4th. Gasol. Top shot gets it to go. Gasol and Odom making difficult shots against some physical Celtic defense.
and Gasol and Bryant have played the entire second half. And it's one of their great values is that they can play big minutes as Lamar Odom gets called for the block. And Scott Foster just teed up Nate Robinson for being emotionally drunk.
You drew the foul, and then he went and taunted Lamar Odom and picks up with a technical. Celtics by 7 here in the fourth.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC.
Celtics and Lakers, the most storied rivalry in the NBA, the two most successful franchises. And right now, Boston leading by 7. Nate Robinson, after getting fouled by Lamar Odom, got up and in his face, a little taunting technical. Doc Rivers was upset. One of the words he yelled at him was poised. His teammates giving him some lip. He's been terrific off the bench. As Fisher misses his first free throw of the series. He was 9 for 9. And you see Ray Allen letting him have it. Robinson, such a talented player, but often in his career he's let his emotions get the best of him. They're trying to settle him down here.
I'll say it again. Your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. So Nate Robinson is a high wire, effervescent, enthusiastic player. He's energetic. It served him well in this game up until that point.
He's a good free throw shooter, 79%. Was acquired from the Knicks during the season for a very popular player, Eddie House, who helped them win a championship in 08. Where with all the struggles they were having and the injuries, they felt that he could give them a little bit of a burst of energy. He really didn't play that much during the regular season, but he's had a couple of performances in the postseason that have helped them win games.
I like the way they're handling him. Patient with him, understanding you didn't come from a winning environment. We're going to teach you how to act as a winner and how to conduct yourself on the floor. Doc Rivers didn't yank him out, pat him on the behind, and Ray Allen talked to him. That's how you prepare a guy and understand what he does on the floor could help.
Rondo stays on the bench. Odom drives on Wallace. Wallace with 5 fouls. Odom, another nice play. Boy, Odom having a very strong fourth quarter.
And I agree with Doc. It's a tough decision. But the Lakers are struggling to score the basketball, and you're getting quality looks on the offensive end yourself. So you can stick with this group.
Puts up the 3, off the mark. And the ball goes out of bounds. Laker ball. And Paul Pierce is going to check back in.
Well, this is played right, as Wallace was influencing Odom to his right, but he spun back to his left. But I like that. You've got to make him make these tough shots. That's good defense. Good shot by Lamar Odom.
Both games 2 and 3. It's been anybody's game in the last couple of minutes. In games 2, the Celtics made all the crunch time execution plays. In game 3, it was the Lakers here at the TD Garden. Tony Allen. Blocked by Allen. Terrific defensive play. Bryant has to put it up. And does graze the rim. Crowd wanted Ray Allen to shoot. Tony Allen hasn't scored as much, but he's made some nice plays. Robinson inside. Puts it in. Nate Robinson, 12 points off the bench. And the Celtics back up by 9. Gasol, the lefty hook. Artest rips down the rebound. Can't get it to go. Loose ball foul against the Lakers. Free throws for Boston. Glenn Davis and Nate Robinson. What a performance here in this fourth quarter for the Celtics.
This is why you leave them in the ball game, because they can back off of Rondo and don't worry about him scoring. Nate Robinson puts pressure on the defense, making a mistake, but gets into the scenes, and you talk about the starters loving what he's doing. And I like what Doc Rivers is doing. He had Rondo, Garnett, and Pierce at the scorer's table about to enter into the ball game. When something good occurred, he told those guys, get back. Finishing with guys that have earned the right to win or lose this ball game.
And you know what I like? Kevin Garnett's going to be a Hall of Famer. That's the second time he's been put at the table and then brought back. I'm going to say this as Davis rolls it in. Very few stars would handle being pulled back with great enthusiasm. It hasn't lessen his enthusiasm for this game at all. I give him a lot of credit.
I'm going to tell you what, that's an outstanding point, because as a former player, I get goosebumps just watching his passion, going back, not showing up the coach, not showing up the guys on the floor, and still into the ball game.
11-point lead, first double-figure lead of the night. Under 4 minutes to play. Celtics trying to tie the series of 2 games apiece. Kobe Bryant, left-handed. Wallace tips it, but right to Artest. Wallace is hurt. Artest, count it, and a foul. And Wallace rolling on the ground, shaken up on the play. He's been bothered by a bad back ever since the Orlando series. Now he seems to be okay.
And you're this close. Up 11 to get in a rebound, you get the stop, you don't secure it. So instead of up 11 with the ball, second shot, 3-point play opportunity. It can turn quickly.
Robinson and Bryant pushing and shoving. You see them behind Artest, who sinks the free throw.
And Coach, how many times, again, allowing Ron Artest to get to a strong hand? He's a guy that loves to go left. The mistake allowing him to go baseline and finish that left.
Nate Robinson staying in the game. Fisher on him. Davis wants it. Good defense from Odom. Shot clock at 5. Davis against Kobe Bryant. Puts up the jump shot. Way off Tony Allen. Nearly tips it in and holds on and gets the offensive board. Tony Allen doing his part as well. An extraordinary performance from the Celtics bench here in the fourth quarter. Robinson out, Tony Allen. That's a 3.
Are you kidding me?
Doc Rivers is not happy with that one. Foul on Allen, and Bryant wisely throws it up, and they're going to say not in the act of shooting, which makes a difference because it was a 3-point attempt, so instead it'll be 2 free throws. And we'll have a timeout. 2:51 remaining here, fourth quarter of game 4. The Celtics trying to even up these NBA Finals. Big Baby doing his part. Boston by 8. Ended his drought. Pierce fakes, nice move on Artest. Gets it to go. Nice feed to Davis inside. Davis banks it in again. Allen blocked by Gasol. Garnett picks it up. Puts up the shot. Puts it in. Crowd's got a little quiet. Kobe Bryant drills the 3-pointer. Oh, Bryant back to back. Davis the rebound. Banks it in. And a foul. Celtics trailing by 2 entering the fourth quarter. Big Baby Davis, Nate Robinson, Tony Allen, Rasheed Wallace, the Celtic bench helping outscore the Lakers 25-15 so far here in this fourth quarter. And the Celtics have an 8-point lead. Kobe Bryant will shoot with 2:51 remaining in the period.
Very interesting. Doc Rivers deciding to go back with 4 of his starters, leaving Rasheed Wallace in the ball game, and the big guys being taken out. You're talking about Glenn Davis and Nate Robinson having an impact on the offensive end.
So Rondo, Ray Allen, Pierce, and Garnett all back in. Bench was just superb in their defense in addition to those points. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant now with 24 for the game. He's 0 for 3 from the field here in this fourth quarter.
And are Pierce and Garnett and Rondo ready to shoot open shots as Big Baby Davis is going to come back in.
Ray Allen steps back for 3. It's the side of the rim. Garnett back out to Pierce in a new 24.
And if they win this game, the Celtics, they have pounded the Lakers tonight on the offensive board.
Plus 10 overall, rebounding edge for Boston. Rondo fakes. Artest all over Pierce. Pierce on the step back, knocks it down. It's only his second field goal since the first quarter.
But that's a spot he loves to get to and then elevate for that baby jump shot.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Kobe Bryant spinning. Double team. Knocked away. Gets it back. Puts it up. Puts it in. That's his first field goal of the fourth. 6-point game.
That ball's got to find Paul Pierce.
Lakers do not have a foul to give. Pierce drive, lost it. Gasol tipped by Garnett and stolen. And Rondo will reset. Big defensive play from Garnett.
And great use of the clock by Rondo right there.
And great use of giving the basketball to Pierce. He's a tremendous weapon, and he will make guys better in this high screen and roll.
Crowd on its feet. Pierce to the basket. Count it! And a foul! Chance for a three-point play as the Celtics go back up by 8.
And I love what Pierce is doing. Says, I know your body of work, Ron Artest. You're a big-time defender, but check my record. On the offensive end, I can get what I want. Good job of finishing and getting to the line.
And Bryant was above the restricted area there.
He was. To me, that was a charge. That was an excellent rotation by Kobe Bryant before Pierce got into the shooting motion.
It looked like a charge. Bryant, though, his fourth foul. A familiar chant here in Boston. Beat LA. In May and June, they've been yelling it for years. 90-81. Coming up on a minute remaining. Bryant rises up. He got hit on a three-point attempt. Ray Allen not happy. And Doc Rivers just yelled at him, don't gamble. So 3 free throws, and again, if he hits all 3, it make it again a 2-possession game.
Really not worth it. If I'm the Celtics, I'm trapping Bryant in that pick and roll, not allowing him to shoot a wide open 3, and then living with somebody else making a play.
Bryant hadn't taken a free throw in the first 3 quarters. This will be his 6th and 7th and 8th.
I mean, if you're Glenn Davis in this situation, an all-out blitz, trap Bryant and force him to get rid of the basketball.
And again, beyond the arc with 1:08 remaining.
That's a tough call looking at the replay. If you're Ray Allen, straight up, the follow through by Bryant really creates the contact.
And you know what you have to tell defenders, and I think you have to understand this as a defender. You can't foul or appear to foul. And this is, to me, as he rises, that is a good block initially, and then his hand continues on, and it's hand, wrist, I'm not sure what it is, but you can't appear to foul either.
And Bryant nails all 3 free throws. It's back to 6.
And you're right, Coach. The bottom line is make him make tough shots. If he makes them, we've done our job.
Lakers in the penalty. Celtics wisely taking time off the clock. Down to 5. Down to 2. Pierce. Rebound, Bryant.
He's got to take away his momentum so it's not a pull-up 3.
Bryant on the drive. Kicks it up top. Stolen by Rondo. Rondo with the lay-in. Fisher down the other end. Fisher on the drive, gets inside, banks it in. It's back to 6. And now the Lakers have to foul. But the Celtics will call timeout first with 22.2 remaining.
Great decision by Garnett not to inbound the ball to Rondo, who is shooting 4 for 15 from the free throw line in the playoffs.
Another terrific defensive play from a first-team All-NBA defender.
Force Bryant to pass and in position to come up with the steal. Rondo, outstanding job of reading the passing lanes, getting the basketball, and finishing with a big-time layup. your worst free throw shooter, make him the passer, and then Pierce could have held the basketball. Instead, a willing passer takes off some clock, gives it to Garnett, a good free throw shooter.
Greg Popovich with San Antonio does the same thing with Tim Duncan late. He doesn't take him out when they are going to have to shoot free throws. He makes him the inbounder.
All night long, playing with force and with passion. Great reads by Tony Allen. Getting in the seams, gets a big and one in the paint area. Again, Allen distributing this time to Rasheed Wallace, shooting a long-range jump shot. Everybody on the bench had an impact on this win.
Again, the Lakers are trying to go up 3-1 in this series. No team in the NBA Finals has ever recovered from being down 3-1, but it appears that will not be the case, and looks like we're going to have an NBA Finals tied at 2-2 for the first time since 2006. Back in 08 when the Celtics beat the Lakers, they were up 3-1. Same thing last year, Lakers up 3-1 against Orlando. Artest to Fisher. Fisher launches a three. Won't go. Rebound taken by Vujicic. Back out. Bryant puts up the three and rattles it in. That makes it a 5-point game with 11 seconds. Pierce releases, gets it, goes around, and he's going to be fouled by Bryant, and that will do it. The Celtics leading by 5 with 9.5 seconds to go, and Pierce will go to the line. Pierce with 17 points. The star of the game for the Celtics, their bench led by Big Baby Glenn Davis with 18 points in 22 minutes. He's with Doris.
Well, he's busy doing a little bit of a dance, but Glenn, before the game, Doc Rivers had said he believed that rebounding was something that you guys had to do better. You had 20 second chance points. How were you guys so successful rebounding the ball tonight?
Just will, determination. You know, they're long. You just got to go out there and put a body on somebody, make sure they don't touch the ball. You know, I'm proud of our guys today, man. We played great, man. I just want to give all thanks to God.
You walked into the building, and before you hit the floor, as you headed to the locker room, you were screaming, and then you spoke volumes with your play. Why were you so amped up?
Because this is what legends are made of. This is where you grasp the moment. Immortality. That's all you can do right now. You know, just play in the moment. And, you know, and like I said, I just want to thank God for this moment right now that He gave me.
You're one step closer. We're going to get Nate Robinson here. Nate, before the game, Doc Rivers said that he had to monitor the starters' minutes very carefully tonight. How mindful were you and the other guys on the bench that you had to have an impact?
We just knew we had to bring our energy. I mean, that's the main thing for us. The more energy you play, the better defensively we are and better offensively we are.
Your emotions helped you excel. They also cost you a technical. There was a point at which you had to come out and make those 2 free throws. What was the message from your teammates?
Just stay together. You know, just keep your composure. You know, God gave me a great talent, but we had to play with a high level of energy. That's what I want to do. I want to fire the crowd up, fire my teammates up, and try to win games just like this.
You did that. Thank you very much, Mike.
All right, Doris. The bench helped them in 2008 win a title, but different players like James Posey and P.J. Brown and Eddie House and Sam Cassell. This season, Paul Pierce has some new members of the bench: Glenn Davis, Nate Robinson, Tony Allen, and Rasheed Wallace doing terrific things for the Celtics to get the win here. And as we head to Game 5 on Sunday, the series tied at 2 apiece. We're right back here at the TD Garden in Boston. Tip-off shortly after 8. And it'll at least be a Game 6 next Tuesday back at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. There's your final score. The Celtics 96, the Lakers 89. For Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Doris Burke, and our entire ABC crew, this is Mike Green saying so long for Boston. Don't forget Game 5 Sunday night back here. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern with our pregame. Now except on the West Coast. Stay tuned for your late local news, Nightline, and Jimmy Kimmel Live over most of these ABC stations. Thanks for watching the NBA on ABC.